Hey everyone, Zero in the house, and today we're back with another episode of WOTV VISIORE New Content Overview. It is Wednesday, September the 22nd, and we'll have a look at what's new this time around. As most of you might have noticed, we got the Tomb Raider Vision card for free. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. First, let's go with the summons and see what's new. The first thing that you'll notice is that for 10 days we'll have a free 10 pool guaranteed. So I'll do mine now and see what's gonna happen. Then we will have the standard Tomb Raider pool banner with pity bar where you can get Lara Croft. Lara, let's have a look at what she brings to the table. So she comes with her own job. She's water element dual gunner, and from my understanding, she specializes in magic resistance and evasion. So her dexterity and luck are quite high, and her vision card pretty much does emphasize those points. So equipping this card to Lara will give evasion up 5, critical hit rate up by 10. Obviously, those emphasize her dexterity and luck. And this card gives the parry ability of water unit missile attack by 35, water unit spirit up by 8, and water unit luck up by 35. That means that water units will be able to be more evadey and also be faster. So I will probably build this card. I do have Christmas Victora, so I don't think I'll be pulling for Lara, but I'll be focusing on this card and Victora. And this card will be good for the water selection quest as well when you have to use Craze. So I would probably build this card, especially with the fact that it's free and you just need to invest some stars to build it up. So do keep that in account if you have Christmas Victora and need a card to specifically boost luck. Moving on, we have the 9 step for Lara, and this is pretty much usual stuff. So if you have Visor to spare, maybe do up to step 3. If you get Lara, good luck, that's great. In regards to building her, I still feel quite so. Obviously, we don't have much information in regards to her kit. We just know what role she feels. So if you get her, I think it would be great to have a very experimental unit that no one has been able to play with. And as I said, if you have Christmas Victora, she'll pair up very well with her. But even though Lara is gonna be evadey, do keep in account her weaknesses, which is lightning. And there are 2 lightning units that have 2 skills that will destroy her, and those units are Frederica and Cloud. And you know why? Because both of them have sharpshoot, which will guarantee the hit on the unit. So no matter how evaded the unit is, with the fact that Lara is water and those units are lightning, she'll get destroyed. So do keep in account that in the current meta you'll see a lot of clouds. So pull Lara at your own risk. Perhaps we don't have a very good overview over longevity, so do keep that in account. Moving on, we have a paid banner for water units, 6,000 paid Visor, require commitment, big no. And now this is the curveball that we have received, where we get the Christmas units because now they can be EX'd. And we have had content creators from JP that have indicated that Christmas Ramadan unfortunately is not as good as she could have been, and Christmas Mashery will be a pretty good fit if you're doing a fire team comprised of Regalia, Glaciella, King Mont, and her. So that's going to be quite a comprehensive team, different attack types, although they're still fire. They cover each other bases, so that's something you might want to do if you have a leveled up fire team. This is actually what I am personally interested in, because I do like how Christmas Venera look like, but I don't think I'll be pulling for her specifically. And I do have Winter Victora, so what I'll do is a slow builder. I won't pull for any banners. These units are not that popular. I haven't seen these units featured in a long time post the X, and I don't imagine them being extremely strong as well. The good thing is that Victoria does have a VC that will benefit her now, and she's known to be a tanky missile unit. So she does cover quite a hybrid role, and she might excel very well at that. But as I said before, do keep in account that there's a lot of Cloud and possibly Federicas around that will be able to sharpshoot and perhaps even destroy her barriers. So, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, you know, units that have barriers are not as strong as they used to be. So do keep in account if you want to build EX Victora. We have a specific banner for the winter holiday party, and I don't have this card, but I think that I might make an exception in regards of trying to get it. Not in this specific case, because we don't have the 10,000 VISIORE guaranteed pool, but there's a way of getting this card, and I'll show you soon. So knowing that we will have EX Ildir in around 4 months, it will be a pretty good card to slow build and have prepared by the time we'll be able to EX her. Paid banner for Christmas units, 6,000 paid VISIORE, big skip. I don't care what people say. Similarly for this one, you know, 2 out of 4 units are good, and on the 10th slot you do not get a unit but just 80 Mind Sphere, so you're using paid VISIORE for Mind Sphere, and I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Moving on. Then you are guaranteed for 10 summons. I told you guys that we were gonna have something better than usual. And while we won't get 10 Vision cards, we do get a paid 2000 VISIORE banner that gives us all URs, 5 UR units and 5 UR Vision cards. And it can be retried once. Now, I think that if you have 2000 VISIORE that burn a hole, paid VISIORE that burn a hole in your pocket, this will be a pretty good way of trying to get Black Rose Helena. I tried this banner, unfortunately I was not successful, but I did get some new Vision cards that I didn't have, so that was pretty good. If you need to skill up and increase your VC roster or UR unit roster, this is a perfect way to do that, in my opinion. And then we have this one that is not as good. It's good for new players, but for seasoned players, 2000 paid VISIORE for not having a retry and having any random UR is a bit risky. Definitely not as good value as the 5 UR unit, 5 UR VC. So do keep that in account. This one is gonna be pretty good for all of you that have a lot of UR units but don't have them leveled up, or if you're trying to get rainbow mog coins, you know, 2000 paid VISIORE is a lot if that's your only way, if that's the only reason as to why you're doing this. But you know, you might get 100 shards for a unit that you're really building, and that will really expedite the progress for that unit. Now, it is true we have a lot of UR units, so this banner is not as good as what it was 1 year ago. So there's positive and negatives of doing it, for sure. And like I mentioned in my 5 things, in my video where I mentioned 5 things that could be improved, you're using paid VISIORE and you're not even getting stars this time around. So it would have been nice to get stars on all banners, especially when they're paid. That is my true feelings. Now we have a banner for free VISIORE, 2000 and 5 UR guaranteed. And I guess this is the good budget banner if you need to build up your UR roster, and this time stars are included as well. So if you're a new player and are free to play, pretty good way of just pulling and making sure that you'll have 5 unit guaranteed. No retries, so do keep it in account. And what else? This is the budget version of the UR shards where you get 50 instead of 100. If you scroll all the way down, you'll probably notice a lot of guild banners, and like I mentioned in my previous video, you just need to be aware that you can't have everything. So let's make the math. 25 million, 50 million, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175. So you're probably gonna be expecting 175 million gil per day if you pull for all of these banners. So do use caution and do use common sense. Okay, I guess we can move straight up to the shop. There's a lot of good things to talk about here. All right, the first thing I would like to do is go to the special shop, and I would like to raise your awareness about a really good pack, which is this one. So I think this is what, $7.99 US, something like that. And for that amount, you get close to 2,500 paid VISIORE plus 1,000 free VISIORE. Very good value for money. And in my case, because I haven't bought any previous ones, I get another one, which is great. Now, this is a lot of money. It's the equivalent of a $59 game. So sometimes it's good to do it, sometimes it's not, depending on whether you really want the unit that is featured this time around. And because I'm not really hot about Lara, I think I'll skip this, but you make your own judgment. I don't have a say on how you spend your money. Now, the Tomb Raider collaboration shop. Always keep 5,000 paid VISIORE. I don't care what people say, not worth it. And what's really important here is that you can get the VC shards, so that's one way of getting it on top of the mug shop. We'll have a look at the mug shop shortly. Now, in this shop, I am excited and not excited about a couple of things. I am really excited about the fact that you can get the Blossom Paradise and Vision Spheres and Fragment for Gil, which is great. And you'll probably have noticed that we finally have the Select Unit and Select Vision card pack, but this time they come with a caveat, which is really important. I hope that you guys read this before paying for this. You can select whatever unit you want as long as it's not 100 cost or limited. So the overall value of the ticket has decreased. I would not do this no matter what. I would never pay 2,000 paid VISIORE for any unit that is not cost 100. So this will be a big skip for me. However, if you really want a 90 cost unit, such as, for example, Charlotte is really good, and Moore as well, and you think you missed your chance and you'll have really bad luck, this is a desperate way of doing this. Now, similarly with the Vision card, you can select any Vision card, which means also Esper, as long as it's not Bahamut. So what's the point, Like in the past, we did get a ticket where you could get Bahamut, and anyone that got into that and saw the chance, congratulations. I was a bit too stingy at the time. I should have done it. But yeah, in this case, you can choose any Vision card as long as it's not Bahamut. So if you have a light team, Carbuncle will be good. If you have K-Mount, Phoenix will be good, and so on. So do use common sense in regards of what will apply to your account. But overall, if this ticket is going to be used for a Vision card that comes with an Esper, I will be in favor of it. And yeah, everything else here I usually skip, except for where is it? Yes, the Faint Memory Packs. Always good if you want to level up a new unit from job 1 to job 9. Always good to have those. Moving on. Next pack, we have these pack that reset daily. This time around, we have Earth. I imagine that they'll change element every day. And for 150 VISIORE, you can actually get 15 summon shards, which will expedite the growth of a unit. And that comes with experience cubes. Now, for 150 VISIORE, that is what, $3? That's kind of worth it, because when you think about it, you kind of need to invest 60 paid VISIORE, which is $1, to get the daily 5 shards for the featured unit. So if you are happy to not do the daily summon with paid VISIORE and you want to get 15 guaranteed shards, including experience cubes, this is something you might want to consider. I still think that this is quite steep for paid Visure, but depending on your spending habits, this could be something interesting. But then remember again, we have stars, and we have rainbow mug coins. So is it really worth it? Up to you. Depends how much $3 is worth for you. And here we have the 15 Visure shop, which is very similar to the Visure shop that we have for Final Fantasy VII, and the 5 Visure shop or 1 Visure shop that we had back in the day. Now, I think that not worth it. Possibly worth it. Rainbow Broadstone, always good to have. Not worth it. And this one, I think worth it. Magicite is a really rare material to come by, and for 15 paid, I will probably do that. And Awakening Pack, probably not. So I will probably just do the Broadstone and Esper Enhancement Pack. And here we have a shop for the Christmas unit and Vision card. So if you just got the unit, just slow build it. It's most likely possible that we have this rerun again in 3-4 months when Christmas will come again. So do keep that in account. And that is pretty much all for the shop. Let's go directly to the mock shop. Okay, so in the Tomb Raider event medal, what do we have? So all the usual suspects, elements, the memories to level up Lara and EX her. I'd imagine these are the items that you need for the guns, and pretty basic stuff, just the usual suspects really whenever there's an event. Now, if you're trying to pull for Lara, you'll be able to get some of her shards here. Do keep that in account. And if you're doing the winter issue medals, you can pity units and get shards for them as well. So in the arena, you probably noticed that now we have class matches as well, and everyone's rank has been reset to bronze 3 because we're in a different season altogether. We call it season 2. So if you were Diamond Master, you'll go back all the way to bronze 3, and you'll need to make your way up to Diamond Master. So that's that. And the far plane, there's a lot to talk about. I'm actually quite excited about the new changes. First change I would like to talk about is the selection quests. So the new change entails that the UR unit that is acquirable in the selection quest can now be used for the selection quest itself. So if you're doing live selection quest, you can use Camillo and level him up and make him viable for the later stages, which is really good. Same thing for Muraga and Gargas as well. So I think for Muraga it would be really good to have. He seems to be a pretty good damage dealer and pseudo tank. So if you need someone to soak up damage, I am pretty happy that those UR units can be used for the selection quest. Then Beastden has had a rework, which is amazing. Now, due to the number of espers, it was quite hard to find out which esper you wanted to work on. So now espers have been regrouped by element. So at the very bottom we have elementless espers, and then like if I want to work, for example, or carbuncle, I go to the light, and then where's carbuncle? All right, over here. So it makes it so much easier to look for esper battle. There's also been a change to the training quest chamber. And under events and under day training, we'll scroll all the way down, and you'll notice that now we have 2 new additions. We have chamber D and chamber E. That is because there were so many elements before, and it was so hard to get the faint memory that you needed. So now there's less faint memories per chamber, so that if you need to EX someone, it's just going to be easier to get their faint memories. Much appreciated upgrade. And as you've probably already seen, we do have a couple of new events. So the first event is the one for Tomb Raider. So in here, you'll probably be able to advance in the normal quest, get our medals, and then you'll most likely be able to unlock hard difficulty and brutal difficulty to work on her guns, which are tailored for her. Moving on. We have part 2 of the story. I haven't played it because there was an extra hour of maintenance today, but I'd imagine that because it's chapter 2, we'll get some new characters featured and new part of the story in regards to what's going on with Randall, Ovis, and Heindler. And another change I wanted to talk about, which is really nice, I appreciate saving us an extra 5 seconds from avoiding animation, is the Chocobo Expedition. You can actually completely turn that animation off. So I'll provide a demonstration. So first of all, we need to go into menu, then options. And if you scroll the way down here, you can disable head out item collection animation. So now that I've done that, let us go on to Chocobo Expedition. Collect my items. And that's it. Really easy. Saved me 5 seconds of Chocobos jumping around. And before we end the video, let's have a look at what's new in the challenges. It's always good to do that. So, Lara Croft training challenge mission. So makes it easier to get Lara Croft shards if you build her. Then makes it easier to build the vision card as well, which is great. What do we have here? We don't have as many reward from the look of it, so that's a shame. It seems that the interface here is a bit bugged, so that's a shame. And well, seems like it bugged out. Anyway, yeah, you can probably get the shards to easily EX Christmas units as well from the looks of it. So do keep that in account. Hopefully you don't have to spend too much if you have one of the Christmas unit and want to level them up. Alright guys, we'll end the video here. Good luck with all your pulls. If you're chasing Lara, give us an insight of what you think she is in regards of performance. I hope that you made the right choice. And in regards of class matches, good luck. And I hope that you're able to get the highest level you can. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye for now.